How's it going, guys? Just doing some solo gaming here in the shed. Still don't have a light, so excuse me for the darkness. I just want to talk about ambushes and stealth and awareness. I just have this set up. Heroes are traveling along the road, somewhere in Lancia, a pretty wild, overgrown area. So they've been on the road for a couple of days, passing like foresty areas and ruins and stuff. So it's nothing special that they would come across ruins. It's not going to make them any more aware than what they would be. They're pretty tired. They'd be chatting. So as soon as the board is pulled out, players start to say, well, I'm watching, I'm aware and stuff. You're not, you're just kind of traveling, walking for a few days, nothing's really happening. People become complacent, they take their eye off the ball. So we have a setup. We have some like ancient standing stones here on the left, and we have lurking there 3 female wild elves armed with clubs and flint daggers, and then up on the top floor of this ruined, ancient ruined building, overgrown, we have another female wild elf. She's armed with a flint dagger and a sling. So what I would do is I'd ask them, where are you looking? If you're on the ball, where are you looking? So let's say this guy says, well, I'm looking at this building. So he will, be an opposed roll, he will roll his skill and awareness versus her sneak, which would be her skill, and she would get a +4 to that because she's in concealment. I would consider that forest, heavy brush. Also would consider that a heavy brush just for simplicity. So they would get the +4 bonus to the roll. So let's say he rolls and he rolls well, or she rolls bad. So he sees something, so he will see some movement there. Have these tokens I use for wargaming for possible enemy forces. So I'll put that up there and say, well, you think you see something up there in that building, and let's say this guy, he says, well, I'm looking at these standing stones, I'm watching the left hand side of the road. So he would roll, they would roll as a collective, just the once, and he would roll. So let's say they roll better, he fails, they got the +4 bonus, so he doesn't notice anything. And let's say our elf wizard here, she says, well, I'm watching both sides. She's trying to be clever. So she would roll. They would roll as well. She would get a -2 to her roll because her concentration is kind of in 2 areas. So she would get the -2 to her roll. So let's say she fails. She doesn't see anything. Obviously, the miniatures of the enemies wouldn't be here. They're just there for the video. So so let's say they notice something up here, so they would they would be traveling, so they would be moving forward. So they would move forward. Then the trap would be sprung. These guys would jump out from concealment. They would get their surprise attack bonus. I don't know, what is it, 6 or rear attack 4, something like that. They'll get their surprise bonus for the first round of combat. So the ambush would be successful. The female wild elf here, she would be firing her sling down, but she wouldn't get the bonus for the first round because they would be aware that something's up there. Yeah, that's how I would do the ambushes. Yeah, thank you.